Racing begins when the lights go out. However, in our story, it all began in long hours at nights doing the portfolios, long hours in workshops preparing the car, and a dream of being on a world final stage in STEM racing.
Island Racing Team!
And here we are today, Island Racing in Singapore 2025 STEM Racing World Finals. Our first race has just happened.
One day we meet up in the F1 paddock.
You know what's my dream? Unbelievable!
It's going to be a tremendous experience for you. It's going to be changing your life.
The clock's ticking. Just keep going.
Really happy. This is a place of history which I would never think I would find. I'm just really shocked.
It's more than just a competition. People might say, oh yeah, it's another race. For the students, every race is the race.
We're extremely happy and proud of ourselves.
No words.
I absolutely love it. It's incredible to see all the hard work that all the students go through.
There is a lot of pressure all the time. I think it's about balancing.
This year is going to be the biggest and most exciting one.
My name is Tim.
My name is Daniel.
My name is Ivan.
We are Island Racing. My name is Tim.Marchenko. I'm team leader and resource manager. I'm responsible for seeking sponsorships, planning budget, executing the plan, and managing the team. Of our actual car going around the Singapore track.
My name is Daniel. I'm the filmmaker. I have been helping to film, structure, and visualize our story so far.
Amazing experience, amazing people that we met.
My name is Ivan. I'm the design and manufacturing engineer of our team. I'm responsible for designing, testing, manufacturing, and making a fastest possible car.
If there's any problems, we'll have to fix it.
Every team looks almost the same on race day, but what you don't see is that every choice, every single detail was months and months in consideration and preparation. And while Ivan designs the car, Daniel films the whole event and does all the graphic design things, I seek investments and keep our team all together as a team leader. Alright, so pre-season testing and preparation for the competition continues. We have some updates. We have solved one major issue. So these are our cars and we had a manufacturing issue. You see, once we put the halo, it really pops out, like really much. This would ruin our airflow completely, and we don't think that the braking mechanism, which actually stops the car using this element, would work if it would stay like this. That's why we've decided to do everything hardcore, and we've decided to sand it down ourselves. Even though from here it looks not perfect, but if we stick the halo inside, you see, no gap, nothing, it fits perfectly. This is the work done by Ivan. We keep doing our preparation. We're now printing the wing and wheel support, and now we're gonna assemble the car and try to race it for the first time.
When the car races, it's gone in 1 second. But behind this 1 second is hours of designing, testing, and manufacturing.
What? I don't see. What's
Look, the holes
Yeah.
where the tether line goes through. What's going to happen to the wing?
Oh, I see.
Okay, so that answers your question. We are not testing today, but we're very close to testing tomorrow.
I had made multiple designs which failed and taught me what to improve.
For me, this is about capturing history, whether we win or lose. This will be always part of us.
We're not the richest team, but we're pretty lucky compared to others. We have good facilities and equipment and people who help us learn. Our team identity is what makes us different, and we're island racing. Racing isn't just about machines. It's about people. Every great car carries a human story of sacrifice, resilience, and passion. And every person does a significant amount of work behind the scenes. They spend countless hours and nerves working to make sure that they can bring the perfect product to the public. This is why every single thing you see here was long thought before, was made, was discussed. A lot of decisions took months to make. So it's really nice that we have here, I think, the perfect competition to make sure that every single team can showcase what their hard work was all about. These cars were dreams once. Before they were machines, they were imagination. That's what connects us to them.
Well, when I see them working in Formula One, to me, I know that we're doing the right things. The Formula One teams come along and recruit our students. We have the Williams Engineering Academy. They came along last year and select the best 10 students. And when I walk down the paddock and I meet people that are now working in the garages as engineers, mechanics, or in whatever area.
It makes me feel like it's such a big amount of work which has to be done, which I know is true. It's so many people, such a big impact. What it's like for you to carry the legacy of STEM racing and being the person who created the competition which completely transforms lives of people.
It's all about having the right team. So I've got a great team of people that work within the company. I've got a great board of directors, and they all contribute a heck of a lot to the running of this. And now, you know, we're into, I think it's 74 countries now around the world. Yeah, I think every year it gets better. The cars are so professional these days, and with the new Halo, with the Halo deceleration system on the track, they look so much like Formula One cars.
Traveling and logistics are also a part of the competition. You have to get your team together, get your belongings together, and ship them on the other half of the world, then to assemble your large pit booth in only 2 hours. And chase your dream of participating in the World Final Stage in Singapore 2025. Well guys, the day has finally came. September 24th, we're near Larnaca International Airport. We're finally leaving Cyprus to go to Singapore for the World Finals. We have managed to prepare most of our stuff. I'm really happy that we managed to achieve it, even though we finished like at 10 p.m. I think, almost at night, but everything seems alright. We firstly fly to London Heathrow, then we have a connection there. We go 13 hours to Singapore, we arrive and we start enjoying the competition. It's been a long 13-hour flight from London to Singapore. We have just arrived. Actually, one of the F1 in school's team was sitting right behind us. We had an interesting chat. We are right now in, I think, the most beautiful airport in the world. However, we have an issue. Our third team member, Ivan, didn't manage to get the visa, and they're already in Singapore. So we're right next to immigration right now. We're gonna solve this issue ASAP because it is just an epic fail. Me and Daniel went on one airline while Ivan was going on a different airline on a different time. However, we still met in the visa immigration center because he had some problems. However, this did not stop us. We still assembled everything. Everything is perfectly fine. And yeah, I can't wait to see what will be next. I remember my first night here. I went out in the city alone just to breathe it in before all the chaos started. Looking at these skyscrapers, I realized I couldn't have imagined who'd I meet here or what concerts would I hear in the distance. The city feels electric, like it was waiting for us to make our move. Who ordered the tour of Island Racing Room? I think it's you. So, this is our house for the next 12 days. Here's a small entrance. Here, as you can see, we have the bathroom. Here we have a place to look at ourselves, to brush our teeth, take care of ourselves. Here we have the places where we're gonna sleep, and most importantly, the view of Singapore skyline. We can see the port, we can see the skyscrapers. It is a really diverse and nice view to wake up to. Singapore, the finals. Months of work reduced to milliseconds. Every detail has been checked and every mistake is punished. Of these, so we have just these.
The hardest part is letting it go. Once the car is given away, it's on park ferme. It means we can't do anything to the cars and they have to stay as they are.
Подвесили машину и проверяли по весу.
Я за колеса боялся, за остальное не боялся. Я на самом деле думал, что это будет более такое сложнее.
А я думал наоборот, что у них не будет там каких-то вот до 0,1 миллиметра проверочных всяких инструментов.
У нас, например, сняли там где-то 10 баллов, у нас там 25 должно быть, а там 25.8.
Суммарно у нас пока что сколько потеряно?
102,5.
102,5. Если суммарно 1000, чемпионы в районе 920, то мы уже не попадаем. Ну хотя бы в топ-10 надо.
Я Стеллису спрашивал, все нормально? Он говорит, конечно, все хорошо, братан.
Я вам поставился, хочу сказать. Он за вас ничего не должен делать, не должно быть все четко и так далее, и так далее. И все косяки — это ваши косяки. А он просто хороший ментор, который вам помогает.
We've decided to unbox our racing garage, which we thought would be one of our team identity, not weak, but opposite, like good points, competitive advantage type thing. We've initially decided to see our model cars, which would be displayed, and paint them. However, we didn't see that the surface of 3D printing materials with acrylic markers will not work. And another surprise was that our almost whole structure of the garage decided to collapse while shipping, even though we wrote fragile like 5 times on the box. Right now, as a real startup, we are fixing the issues last moment. Let's hope it works, because tomorrow we have to have everything perfectly assembled. We are finally at the venue. It's 2 hours for building the whole pit display. We have brought everything. We're a bit stressed out due to some small connections here, which may mess up our build. However, Ivan is ready, we are ready, the timer will start really soon. We're in a really good position in the way that we are standing right next to the entrance, so it will be visible the whole event, and people are coming, hundreds of them are here, and we hope we build what we initially wanted. 5 minutes left on the clock. We have managed to finally complete our pit booth. We have the full racing garage, we have the car model, we have the steering wheel behind us. We have a feel that you're a real Formula 1 driver inside an F1 car, even with helmets. We had some issues, however, together with our team, our dream team, we managed to solve them and make everything go how we wanted. I think just the immersive feeling of being a Formula 1 driver driving for island racing will make people want to stay here, take pictures, and we've initially decided this together with the Ideal Interior Design Studio to make it look like an art object somewhere in an exhibition. The opening ceremony has just happened, and to get a little bit more information on the human side of racing, I'll make some interviews with people which made a significant impact in one way or another. I see you are basically the main character of this event. You bring the joy, you bring the happiness, and I really like the way you're basically public speaking. So I've heard you've been here for 5 world championships, right?
Yes, 5 world championships. I like that, main character. I bring main character energy, but not in a bad way, a good way.
I completely agree with you. So, which one of the world championships which you held it, you think was the most, impressive one, which brought lots of controversial stuff, which brought the most energy, and which you will remember for your life?
For me, the first world final was amazing to be part of because it's your first one. But each year they get bigger and better for, as your words, controversial, because they excite more teams have traveled from around the world, more countries. So I think I'm going to predict this year is going to be the biggest and most exciting one.
Amy, you're one of the hosts of the event. I've interviewed Tom, and you mentioned you haven't been interviewed before, so it's your time to shine. So look, you stand for more than 8 hours there, doing a pretty similar job of introducing the team, asking questions, viewing the race. How did you get to it?
So I actually competed in then F1 in schools for 2 years. So I did the 2015 World Finals here in Singapore, and then I did 2016 in Austin, Texas. And then since then, after we had COVID and there was a lockdown, I started doing hosting, and I've been doing it for the last 5 years.
Have you been commentating real Formula 1?
Yeah, so I work for F1. So I have a show on F1 TV, and I will sometimes be at certain races. So this year, 2025, I've been in China, Spa, Silverstone. I've got Singapore, which I'll be hosting, and then I'll have Qatar and Abu Dhabi. So yeah, so that's what I do. Commentating, no, but meeting the fans and chatting to the drivers, that's what I do. And I absolutely love my job. But it's on a par with hosting STEM racing, which I absolutely love as well.
Do you enjoy your job? Don't you get tired? Don't you have some scary dreams about, oh, I have to pronounce this name or something like that?
So yeah, sometimes my feet do hurt just a little bit, and there's a lot of team names that are very difficult to pronounce, but sometimes you just have to go for it, and then they normally tell you how to pronounce it because team names are very important. But no, I absolutely love it. It's incredible to see all the hard work that all the students go through.
Who has the best character out of all drivers?
I would say Sir Lewis Hamilton, the most successful F1 driver. But then again, I also like Charles Leclerc's dog. So Charles Leclerc's dog is a legend as well.
Yeah, Leo, right? Yeah. So dog and Lewis Hamilton, right?
Yeah, that is what a combination. If you were to ask me this question tomorrow, I'd have a different answer for you. But I think energy, I miss Daniel Ricciardo. What a guy.
Oh, yes.
What a guy, really fun. And then Valtteri Bottas is coming back, who's my personal favorite. So those are my 4 answers there for you.
Were you successful in F1 in schools?
We didn't really talk about that. No, I did an okay job. I got the Sponsorship and Marketing Award in my first year, and then the second year in Austin, Texas, we won 3 awards, and I got selected for the then Randstad Williams Engineering Academy. So I did okay.
Yeah, it's really nice. So you weren't a world champion, right?
No, I was not, unfortunately.
I see. And what's your favorite part about hosting the event?
Oh, I love the energy that the students bring. I think that's the best part, is when you have someone come out, do a backflip, a cartwheel, or just having the best time. I really like to see the enthusiasm from the students. there?
Unfortunately, one wheel was loose, so if there's any problems, we'll have to fix it.
Racing doing an incredible job in that last race. Happy with how the car went?
Extremely happy, and honestly it was a bit a roller coaster with the wheel detaching. Thank God we have our good engineer Ivan with us, but honestly it's our first time in this really competitive edge between different cars which we are testing, and we're extremely happy and proud of ourselves. Thank you. Our first race has just happened. Everybody had a lot of emotions. We went on stage, we were standing there answering questions. When I went down to actually see my car, we've noticed that there was a damage. I called Ivan. What did you do with the car?
I tried to fit the wheel on, but I knew that it was a bit loose. I think it worked for the race, but after the finish line the wheel went off, so I after had to go and repair it.
Daniel was also with us, standing, holding the flag, having a lot of emotions. How do you feel?
I feel really excited because we're here at the World Finals. It's actually, I wasn't thinking that it will be a lot of pressure on the stage. It really makes you feel stressed.
We're still P19 out of all the cars, so we have round 2 coming up later today. We have to stay within the knockout so we can proceed to the next stage of World Finals.
Synergy here as well.
Island Racing team. How are we today?
We're feeling pretty good. We're happy that we're here. The results are not bad. Could be a bit better. We'll see. We have more races today. In 20 minutes, we're going to the verbal presentation.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the most immersive F1 experience possible, because you can go take a picture in front of a real Formula 1 car inside the cockpit with the steering wheel, with the helmets. We've also utilized some AI, the newest technology, to do some renders with the videos of our actual car going around the Singapore track, and just to make sure, a real garage of a Formula 1 Singapore Grand Prix, which is also customized. You know, we've tried to make sure that we can impress everybody, and with our even looks we can for sure make this feeling that you're inside of a race team. And also we would like to thank some of our sponsors. For example, Negev Capital. We would like to thank Vadim Uzberg. He was our first ever sponsor, and he gifted us 10,000 euro, which is kind of a lot of money. He managed to provide us some expertise in pitching, in improving our pitch deck, presenting it to other sponsors. So thank you very much, Vadim. Also, our school, Island School, has provided a super nice place for us to test and develop. They brought a racetrack, they brought also wind tunnel, they gifted us a special class to do it. So thank you very much, Island School. By the way, our helmets, they are customized, they are handmade. So Zograf Studio is a graffiti artist who has been doing graffiti for 25 years, and he customly made these helmets for us to suit our team identity. He's the professional one, the best in Cyprus and probably in Europe. Thank you very much, Ivan. And last but not least, the Ideal Interior Design Studio. They help us redefine the concept of a P display to make this immersive experience. We're really happy to be here. We're happy to manage to achieve what we initially wanted. We cannot wait to see what else is going to happen, and hopefully to stay in top 20.
Yes, this looks absolutely incredible. I don't think I've ever seen a mini pit display inside another pit display, and we're in a garage and we're in a track. This is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for showing me around your pit display, and best of luck for the rest of the competition.
So let's have a small tour around the venue. So this is the track. I'm in my box. I can launch a car from here, looking at the lights. Here's the mechanism, and the track, I think it looks pretty small, but let's see its real size. So, how do you actually know when should you start your car? There's 5 lights, like in Formula 1, and once they go away, you have to have a super good reaction time, and you press a button which you're holding, and then your car, which is near a start box, basically you put an oxygen tank behind it. It launches the car at around 70 kilometers per hour, and in 1 second, a little bit more to be honest, the car is gonna be at the end of the 20 meters. If something on the car breaks before the finish line, it means that you do not finish the race. So you don't get any points, and it means that you lost. If something breaks after you finish, that means that the race is done, everything is good, go ahead and sort the things out. Another interesting thing is we have a super slow-mo camera, which actually on the live translation manages to see all the reactions. Here, on the other way, we have weights. We have to make sure that the cars are at least 48 grams, and you actually have a 200 meter. So to check if the scale is precise enough, here all the cars are displayed before the race, so a fast change may occur, and once new cars are shipped, they're stored in those boxes. So what are we here actually for? If we are gonna become champions or something like that, either first, second or third place, we could actually get one of those trophies which everybody is competing for. And each one of them is different. So if you're a world champion, your name will be added to the list of all world champions, and you will also get this black trophy. Then if you get second place, you get this wooden checkered flag type prize. And honestly, my favorite one of all designs is the third one, which looks like a bit a UFO type race car with a track around it. So right now we're actually seeing how the knockout is going to work, because knockout is a really important part of the championship. Teams that get knocked out, they do not compete anymore. So let's have a tour and see where actually, if your car breaks down, you can repair it. This is the really important place for car manufacturers and engineers. The thing is, if your car breaks down on track, here is the place to repair all the damages. Actually, you have specific timers which people who are part of the judges set for you to repair your car. And they actually then check how legal is your car, looking at all of those tools to measure that you did not cheat. This is the backstage from which all the teams actually exit before coming to the stage. They run up, they celebrate, they wave their flags, and then based on your lane number, you stand on a specific place on stage marked with the white line to make sure that camera can capture you and your team anytime. Then, to make sure you get all the results without looking like this on the screen, you have a special TV showcasing every angle you have, even us. Then, once we move a little bit further, we see this huge screen on which everything is displayed. From any part of the venue you can see it, and here the host stays, introduces the teams, says that, hey, Island Racing, how have you been? Are you ready for the race? Etc, etc. Then from here, we have a view on the whole venue, the track. We have also all the team pit displays. And then, once we are done racing, all the teams use this or on the right side specific exit to go down. By the way, do you know how can you actually win this Lance Stroll helmet, which is 1-to-1 scale? It's honestly pretty easy. Here at the Aston Martin Aramco stand, we can actually see racing simulators, which are currently not working because there's lunch. But to be honest, once you sit and you complete a lap around the Singapore Grand Prix track, if your name will be displayed on the top of that screen, tomorrow you can actually get the Lance Stroll helmet and keep it yourself. And here you can see how big the venue actually is. It's massive. It's really, really huge. We are currently 29th on the grid. The thing is, we're still confused on how many people can actually get to the knockout zone. It's either 24, 32 or 48. We still have the second race. We'll try our best to get in the knockout zone and participate in the further rounds, but now we have total confusion.
Okay, there you go. I felt like there was a standoff there.
Honestly, I've noticed that we have surprisingly good results. Well, our second session of racing has been just done, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I've improved my reaction time a lot, and our fastest lap was actually better. However, both of the times we have finished on second place, and to be honest, we're currently on 38th position. Not bad for rookies, but like, because they will announce how many teams can actually get to the knockout rounds, to the main part of the event, we have to try tomorrow our best to make sure that we can get some more positions, because it would be really nice to actually from the first year stay for the main competition. And yeah, to be honest, not that bad, but let's hope for better. Any competition, especially World Finals, is about the most successful and interesting people, both participants, guests, and organizers. To understand the secret sauce of the success and get inspired, I couldn't just leave the opportunity of talking to them, getting to know their success stories and secrets that I can apply to our team. What's your name? Where are you from? And what's your team name?
I'm Peter. I'm from Icarus. We're from Luxembourg.
My name is Mazen Murad from Team Gaddam Racing from Saudi Arabia.
We are Fusion Force. My name is Jedi, the design engineer.
My name is Sharvi. I'm from Team Increvex and we're representing Ireland.
My name is Subin. We're from Vietnam and we're Mercury VN.
My name is Lena and our team is Sidium. I'm Carla. I'm from the team Echo Racing from Germany.
My name's Liam. I'm the manufacturing engineer here at Team Lunar Australia.
We're from China, Beijing, and our team name is Instinct Racing.
The reason why I wanted to join the competition was to get hands-on experience on marketing, meeting more people, connecting.
I think that STEM racing offers a lot of opportunities for us students to explore our passions.
We're here to learn. We're here to learn and to bring all the experience we find here back to our school, back to the rest of the competition.
My name is Alexander Shkuratov. I'm the founder of the Island School.
Why did you decide to launch some STEM activities within the school and specifically STEM racing?
Well, it all started like a couple of years ago when I got interested and my son got interested in Formula One, and we attended a few races. And then we started exploring. At one of the races, actually in Miami, GP Miami, we visited a stand of F1 in schools, and we launched a couple of cars. And it was like an aha moment saying, wow, there's something interesting existing in the world, and wanted to explore more. And that's how we explored and got connected and identified an amazing project, amazing program, STEM Racing.
What will you wish for all the other competitors? Should they be scared of you?
I think they don't need to be scared of us. We don't bite, we don't beat someone. Yeah, we don't bite. We're not scared. We bark.
Yeah,
but we don't bite. We're nice.
I'm confident in our deliverables. I wish us and all of the teams the best. And hopefully not worried. Just a bit.
No, we're very peaceful people, but of course we want to destroy everybody in a way, but no, we are peaceful, and yeah, we're just very happy to be here.
We are here to compete, we're here to win. We want to put up our best foot forward, but I do want people to come up to us, think we're friendly, make friends.
I think we have a very friendly spirit. We come out with everyone taking photos, especially with our conical hats, which we will show up later on in the opening ceremony.
I wouldn't say fear us, but be intimidated, because I truly believe we have the best enterprise department.
Should other teams be scared of you? Do you think you are competitive enough to win actually?
Yes, we're all bulls.
These guys have been sitting right behind us on the same airplane. British cars, Aston Martin, McLaren, anything. Has it impacted you as a team to make the best possible car?
We're British, but we are an Italian brand. And so we took inspiration from like Lamborghini with the bull and whatnot.
Red Bull as well, even though they're not Italian.
We kind of took the orange from McLaren, so we were quite multinational.
What does it mean for you to give the opportunity for students to actually try to compete within STEM racing?
Well, I think it's a great experience to do your first startup, because the program allows to actually requires to build your own car. You need to design the product. You need to fundraise. You need to present your idea to the juries, and it's all these ingredients is on intersection of STEM and entrepreneurship, like entrepreneurship and technology. That's what Island School is strongly supporting.
What is the thing you're most proud of you managed to accomplish during the preparation for the competition?
How we managed to get timely submission of all of our deliverables in the quality that we ourselves were aiming for, and even more than we were aiming for, while always staying together as a team with a unified vision. Is what I'm most proud of.
I think our biggest accomplishment is how far we've come in the way. I think everybody individually do our pitches to different companies, and I mean we just learned a lot throughout the competition, and I think that's our biggest accomplishment.
If I had to tell you how STEM racing has changed my life, I'd say the one key thing is my social skills.
What is your favorite memory from being a partner of our team, Island Racing?
Well, I think it's great energy which is happening. There are some down moments, there's some exciting moments. That's how it is in real life. And I think this program really is teaching us as how to be successful, going through the mistakes and maybe some failures, and have the growth mindset. Always get going for the success in the future.
Do you think these World Finals were all worth it?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I think it's an amazing experience for the team, for the Island School. We're going to be investing more and more into this program and similar programs like that to enable our students to be successful in their lives, in the school and after graduation as well.
What is one thing you're most proud of achieving yourself?
So many teams competing within the UK, and to come second was incredible.
Especially since first place came 10th in the world last year. It was a real dogfight to get up there.
Yeah, to give them a run for their money when they're operating at
real fighters.
We were in debt for 200 pounds and people had 16,000.
Yeah, and we beat them in our research and development, because that's who we are.
You have a lot of passion, a lot of energy, guys.
Yes,
go on. Yes.
We will see each other on the podium.
Yes. Yes. All right. Can you tell me, I'm from Cyprus, but can you tell the others what was happening?
We're Greek, as you can see. Of course, we're Greek. We're the only one that will do that. We put some Greek music on for the other teams to have fun, because we're too bored here waiting for things to happen.
So the party continues, right?
Of course.
How did everything start, and why are we making this movie? All began from Ivan, who was interested in engineering, and me, who was interested in Formula 1. Both of us wanted to get closer to the sport, so we got and made STEM Racing Club in our school. However, when I visited Monaco and Saint-Tropez, one of the most important places in Formula 1 history, something changed. By listening to the story about Enzo Ferrari and visiting Monaco's racing museum, I have realized that racing isn't about the fastest car, it's about people. It's about people which had a goal and a dream and enough character to keep trying. This film is about us, young teens which accomplished their dreams of participating in STEM Racing World Finals. and we make this film to prove that even in such young age, you can accomplish anything you want. So when it all started, I remember the pictures shown from the old 2000s World Finals, and it was on a different level compared to the 2025 World Finals. Can you guide us through like the stages of progress of how everything started and what decisions you have made to improve, and how did it turn into what we have today?
F1 in school STEM racing was born out of the need for the shortage of engineers that existed around the world. Typically here in the UK, a big shortage. Just so hard companies to recruit the best engineers. They needed something exciting to get the attention of school children to get into science, technology, engineering and maths. Back in the day it was just a technology challenge, but now it's grown into STEM. It was just initially design, make, race, and we had events where we'd show off and showcase the project around the country, and we expanded the challenge. The first thing we had to do was put a national event on, which was, as it happened, our first national final, and that was in 2002 at the Bet Show. So this week is our 25th national final being held at the Magna Science Centre in Rotherham, which is crazy. So 25 years of national events.
So guys, I'm in Saint-Tropez right now. I was exploring the old part of the town and I came next to the shop. It's called Red Cars Memory. You know what made me want to go inside is the Pirelli tire from Formula 1. It is pretty rare to actually own those. I think it's even illegal. So the thing is, I went inside and I saw a lot of interesting stuff. For example, signed race-worn helmets for Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, all the legends. Even Senna's helmet was there. There were signed racing suits. There was a lot of photos, miniature models, gloves, everything. And what caught me by surprise was actually the history behind the shop. So the most interesting part is that there was a guy who was the first principal of Ferrari as a race team. And he was working with Enzo Ferrari, the creator of Ferrari, for more than 30 years. And the most surprising part was that after he passed away, he got a lot of this memorabilia and a lot of those artifacts. And his wife thought that, okay, we have to start selling it and to do something with it. So they created this shop where they put it all of the old parts which were actually a part of a history of Ferrari as a company, and they started getting more Formula 1 stuff inside. And it's really interesting how the story may be connected to such a regular shop which does not look so interesting in a way. Imagine how much work Enzo Ferrari put every day to make sure Ferrari is the top race car. Tens of calls, letters were done every day, and Enzo knew what was happening at every part of his factory and development centers at all the time. He delivered his vision, but made sure everything was made the right way. Interesting fact, Ferrari is the only F1 team which existed as it is without changing names or without leaving Formula 1 even since the first season in the beginning of Formula 1 in 1950s. It really shows the precision of the team. So this is a room of Enzo Ferrari. This is a copy of place where he would work. Some of the objects are real. For example, come here. Look, these are the real business cards from 60s and 70s where he could call. For example, look, wow, Ferrari, MG. And this is everything here is real. I'm so surprised there is this history. Even look at this. An ID card. This is a place of history which I would never think I would find. Real pictures which would be in his office room. Real tire, real bag. Wow.
There's one thing which will always chase you down when you're doing something important. You know what the thing is? It's pressure. A lot of people collapse under pressure by their colleagues, by their expectations, etc. Like Lance Stroll said, diamonds are made under pressure. And to make something which will be really cool, you have to know how to actually work under pressure. That's why let's take a look and ask the top people of the sport, how do they manage to perform on the limit and stay under pressure, completely focused, so even if they're completely alone. What is it like always performing on the limit, but trying to make sure that you fit the expectations of your team? What is it like?
So you need to be on the limit, as you said, in the car, and then on the media and on the track. We have to be on the peak performance. So there is a lot of pressure all the time, but I think it's about getting also on the off. Like once you get a break, you need to really recharge as fast as you can and maximize that moment. So I think it's about balancing. And then Singapore doesn't leave a lot of room for errors, mistakes. So you need to be switched on all the time and then just make the best out of it and have fun.
Did you learn how to make the balance once you started racing, or it came to you naturally, maybe in karting, somewhere in early days?
I think I really had to learn to balance expectations, to balance the energy of mine, and then also to learn how to recharge. So this is really something I had to learn, because I'm always someone that always wants to do the next thing and work and work. But I realized you need to recharge to be able to perform at your peak.
What's your favorite way to recharge?
I think just doing like nothing, because this is something people our age, they cannot do this anymore. They always need the phone or watch something, but sometimes you just need to put everything aside and just like think, process what you have done, because at the moment we get so many information and just process everything.
You've been doing a really interesting job, which for me looks like a pattern.
Yes.
Take the cars, swap the cars, check them from safe to race mode. How did you get basically to this job? How it all started?
We've been doing it. I've been doing it since 2018. You were here before me.
Yeah, the World Finals 2015. I'm doing this in Germany since 2008.
I'd say we're a finally oiled machine now. We've got our little dance with the safety check.
I saw. Were you a part of F1 in schools before you started?
Yeah, I did. I did it at high school. We weren't necessarily successful. Definitely didn't get to Worlds, because only the best of the best get to the Worlds.
Is it more than just a job for you?
It's not a job for me, so it's fun. It's just fun to see the kids, the students, put all that effort in their work. Over the years, I've seen so many students develop, some from really shy people 1 year, and 2 years later they shout out to big guys.
It's more than just a competition. It's you become friends with the people in it, and you're happy to come back. And I think as well with the racing, we see so many races. People might see, oh yeah, it's another race, but for the students, it's the race. Every race is the race. So we want to make sure that the race is the best race.
Yeah.
You're the most legendary commentator of Formula One of all time. Tell me, what is your favorite quote of all time which you have said on a Formula One broadcast?
Well, lights out and away we go is fairly popular, and I've said that a lot. Here comes Sebastian Vettel. That was a good one. Yeah, we like that one a lot. But I think through goes Hamilton.
The most legendary one.
You still like through goes Hamilton? Through goes Hamilton!
Unbelievable!
And he knows the whole quote. That's why it's so good.
How do you think just genuinely the sport changes lives of people? How STEM racing changes lives of people?
Well, it's changed my life completely, because here I am in Singapore talking to you at STEM Racing World Finals, and we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for F1 and STEM Racing. So I'm glad we have now met, because you've got the best glasses here tonight. Right?
Thank you very much.
To get your design, they're superb. I think what Formula One does and what STEM Racing does is it shows you if you work hard enough and you dream big enough, the world, has no limitations. And everybody here is a winner because you've battled to get here. And you've not been given anything. You've had to work hard to earn that. So it shows you great life skills, great life lessons, and the ability to interact, produce amazing pieces of work, to enjoy it while you're doing it, and know that there are people around the world doing exactly the same as you, and when you meet up, it's even better than when you first thought, if that makes sense. It's connecting people as well. I think STEM racing is a great way to teach people about life in and out of the F1 paddock, but I really hope one day we meet up in the F1 paddock and we can do like a proper interview.
Of course.
Where you're either working for a TV channel, or you're coming to work for us at Sky Sports, or you're designing cars, or you're working in the garage, and
you know what's my dream?
Then you can tell me all the secrets that I need to know. What's your dream?
To be the next Toto Wolff. I want to own a Formula One team, make it with my own name, have fun, race, get the most interesting people like you, have fun with them, and basically achieve some great results in the future.
So what's your name?
Tim.
Tim?
Yes.
Tim Racing? I love Tim Racing.
Yes, we can keep it like that.
Tim Racing?
Yes.
Forget Toto Racing, Tim Racing.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Island Racing Team.
Honestly, 99% we are not in the knockout. During the simulation test, Ivan was performing better reaction time than me. So as a team leader, I have decided to give him the opportunity to launch the car in the final race for the sake of team success.
Driver change-up for the team from Cyprus. Thoughts behind this?
Yeah, so we saw an uprising talent with our design and manufacturing engineer, and we saw his reaction time was actually better than mine, so we decided to give him a go.
That is great management.
We as a team didn't manage to qualify for the knockout competition. Our results were simply not good enough. The knockout of the competition has started. This means that top 32 teams, out of which 19 teams which didn't break a single regulation, have to race, and the ones which lose, they get out. The ones that win continue. Now it's already a semi-final. The thing is, our team is 57th. We didn't manage to succeed and to get to the knockout, which was our main goal. However, we have learned a lot of lessons. It's our first time, we're rookies. And this brings us the understanding of what actually is required for the teams to participate in the knockout. The thing is, even though we could have done some parts of the job a bit better, I think we did a good enough job. Today we're defeated, but it's only for today. Next time we will succeed, we'll be better, we will learn from our mistakes, and we'll achieve some great results. What's your message to the STEM racing teams which didn't win?
Never give up. I mean, obviously the clock's ticking, so when you get past 18, you're going to have to pass on your knowledge to other students below you, because the world finals at the maximum age is 19. So just keep going. You know, you're going to go to the national finals and come 20th or 15th. The top 3 go to the world finals. I've seen teams that come 4th absolutely distraught. But they've learned from the teams that came 1st, 2nd and 3rd what they did better than them, and they need to learn from that, go back, regroup, keep the team together.
Are they your friends?
Yeah, but they're my students.
Oh, your students! Yeah. Do you think the person who is launching the car is actually the one who has the best reaction?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What was the hardest thing you had to do to get them here?
I think it's their concentration, because they are not too concentrated in Hong Kong.
But is it all worth it right now?
Yeah. They did so well to come here.
Get eliminated.
Yeah, we got eliminated last round. I was super pumped up. I thought it was going to be my best race yet, but I got a little too excited.
Ooh, was it reaction time penalty?
No. So I got a little too excited. I got my finger ready on the trigger. It felt a little bit easy to press, but I false started.
Ooh, false start.
Even though we didn't make it to finals in nationals, we're making a finals in World Finals!
This is a perfect school for 3 teams from Cyprus. Every mistake we make is a part of a learning process. To become a champion, you have to make those mistakes and learn from them.
So even though we didn't manage to get one of those trophies, we still got this Fernando Alonso signed helmet. Only 5 people from the whole competition did manage to set such a fast lap on the simulator to get this prize. And we're honestly really proud of our achievement. for us as a team, this is still a really, really big achievement.
Well, it was having the support of all the F1 teams gave us the confidence to continue the programme. It was then just finding the venues. Could we find a venue that was suitable? And then how we could get volunteer judges. And we've had an incredible array of judges over the years. I think we had 85 in Singapore who come along and volunteer their time. Basically, I think it's one of those things that if we stop doing it, the students would hunt us down and tell us, you have to do it.
The Island Private School of Limassol attended World Finals of STEM Racing just now in Singapore. It's an amazing experience for the team and for all the school, which has been shared by the team members when they come back. We're going to grow this program further. It's an amazing program fitting very well to the Island School vision and mission to become a leading school in entrepreneurship and technology, among other things that we're doing. We're going to be supporting the new teams that are going to be formed this year, following year, and for the years to come. So it's very exciting to be here. And dear students, if you're listening, watching this, please get involved. It's going to be a tremendous experience for you. It's going to be changing your life. So participate in STEM racing for sure.
Going to be over the moon from Brighton Grammar School in Australia, it's Luna!
I remember they won something last year.
As our teams stand on the podium and our champions stand.
Tell me, you became world champions. Your first ever thought.
Is this a bloody dream? Is this a dream? Far out.
Oh my God, guys. Do you think Oscar Piastri is gonna shout out you, just help you out? What's gonna happen after? Are you gonna celebrate all night? What are your plans?
Oscar Piastri better There's no sleep tonight. There's no sleep tonight.
Party all night?
Tonight. Actually, I don't know, but no sleep tonight. No sleep.
Yeah. All right, guys. Congratulations. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. And yes,
thank you.
Celebrate.
Thank you.
Our World Finals competition has just ended. We are bursting with emotions. To be honest, we saw the world champions. Great guys. I've talked to them a lot. Really nice people. And when they were announcing them, the energy was just bursting. I also saw David Crofty, the legendary commentator, did an interview with him. I'm just really shocked and I'm really grateful for an opportunity to be here.
I think we did a great job. We learned a lot. I hoping next year we will be much better. Come back with new people, new strategy, and hope we win.
Of course, this is just our first year and we couldn't do anything here but learn. Racing is unforgiving. You can be flawless and still lose. You can stumble and still find strength in your team. That's the real competition. Not against others, but against yourself. There was a disco party at the end to celebrate the finish. Everyone was dancing, laughing, letting go. But I couldn't. When you've put your soul into a goal and missed it, the music just sounds like noise. I felt it miles away from the crowd. It's a strange kind of sadness, being surrounded by people having the time of their lives while you're calculating every gram and every decision which costed you the race. Whatever the scoreboard says, we gave what we could, but I think we could do better. And that's something numbers can't measure. And then Singapore gave us one final gift. Formula One, the highest stage of racing. The same city where we race our model cars is where the legends fight at 300 kilometers per hour. Hearing these cars live, it changes you. It makes you want to dream bigger. For me, this is where it all connects. What we're doing, what they're doing, it's the same passion, just different scale. From the workshop to Singapore to Formula One, we live the highs and the pressure and the magic of racing. And through the lights have gone out the race. We are Island Racing, and the lights are only just coming on. I just can't believe that the sound, the energy here. It's really cool.
To reflect on the whole trip here, even though there was stuff which could have been done better. However, I'm still really proud of our team, of what we managed to achieve. I can't wait to see what will come in the future.
Fastest car award, and that goes to Island Racing.
Welcome.